So we are here with Ginger today. My plan is to work a little bit with the halter, just warming up, work on the saddle pad, and then hopefully do some in-hand work. We're going to also work on mounting a little bit, getting up to the mounting block at Liberty, being really relaxed there with me above her. And we also tried some boots today. They're a little snug. They fit her just now because her feet are freshly trimmed. But we're going to see how she moves on the harder footing with these today. Might be something that we try and look into getting her a set of her own, because she is a long ways away from letting somebody nail shoes on. So we're just going to kind of address this real quick. Again, it's not where I want to spend my whole time today. Good girl. Gonna ask her to lower the head. Good girl. Good girl. Very nice. There, good girl. Very nice. Good girl. Not super happy about this, but totally tolerating it. There, we got a nice little exhale. I know. I'm going to just stick with her. Good. I know. So much stuff to think about, Ginger. So I'm lightly putting a little bit of pressure on the pommel, or sorry, not the pommel, the pole and the front of the nose, the bridge of the nose. Okay, we're gonna start working on the saddle pad, and she's pretty familiar with this, so hopefully if we're having a good day, I'm just gonna do a little detachment where I detach from her. Good, I'm going to ask for attachment. Just paused a little bit there. So there I did a little bit of both, attachment and detachment, just to make sure she could stay connected through all that. think a little detachment. Keeping a very grounded energy. Good. Thank you, sweetie. Very nice. Excuse me. So my energy is not timid, but it's not rushed. It's confident, but grounded. Good girl. So I'm not going to go much further than that in the sense of how far I go, because that's a lot, and plus I don't have anything on her head. Good girl. So again, we'll probably start working actually in tack next week a little bit, just with a saddle so that we can put a foot in a stirrup. This is just kind of, can she be relaxed about me being up here and kind of very ungracefully moving around? Good girl. Okay, I'm gonna go this time. Good girl. So I'm just gonna ask for a little attachment. There we go. So I've pretty much restarted this horse from the ground. Okay, so if I was to start a youngster, especially a more shy or timid or reserved, I would go about it very much the same way. Good girl. So now I'm going to do just a little in hand with her. This is a really good session so far. Okay, the in hand, I think of it more as like a technical training, right? Teaching them how to use their body. Right now, what we were working on is just kind of tuning into one another, being mindful of what the other one's saying, and staying relaxed, right? So now we want to actually start to school some more beneficial movement patterns, which is what we're going to work on now. Come on, sweetie. So far, I'm liking how she's moving in these boots. Something we'll want to consider probably for her, at least until, thank you, at least until we get her a little bit more confident with her feet being done. So I'm just gonna hang out here for a minute. I'm doing a lot in front of her head. I know, this is a different, there you go. It's a very different way of doing it. Simulating a little bit more how I would ask for her to put her bridle on. I know. So this is where, like I was saying earlier, we start to work on how we want her to move, how we want her to use herself. Okay. And Desiree, this is stuff we'll learn in your lessons. So I want to think walk, halt, lengthen. Good girl. Ideally, we want to keep the lengthening, but we need to get her softer through it. Okay, looking for that nice lengthened neck, back lifting up. In this case, it would be her left hind stepping a little deeper. She gets just a little paranoid sometimes. Good girl. No, I think we need to make this a little bit snugger. There we go. Okay, and what we're going to talk about here is the inside bend, which in this case is her left bend. Getting her to give through that rib cage. Step under with the inside hind. Keep there. Good girl. That's lovely. Okay. We've been doing some of this with Marianne too. She's a lot more tense about it though. No. Ginger, stop. Huh? When she's what? Yeah, well, frustrated doesn't mean we can't try. There we go, very nice. So then I'm gonna pause and kind of let that be for a second. She says, I'm ready. Slow down, my dear. You don't need to rush. Nope, and you don't need to move your head like that. There we go. There we go. Very nice. No. See there, that is the frustration coming out. So I'm just going to help her figure out what the right solution to that frustration is, and it's not pushing into me. But she's like, but I want your attention. What are we doing? No. You're okay.
Yeah, this side she gets a lot more.
So there's definitely a little bit more stickiness to her right side. So I'm going to just take it in little baby steps. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to back it up a notch, in the sense that I'm just going to do my walk to halts along the rail, so I have a little bit more support without having to fight her. She's just telling us what she's comfortable with and what she's not. And I'm not going to really worry about how long and nice and relaxed this stretch she is, because it ain't going to happen, because she's not there. So again, always go back to what you know the horse can do well, or at least which is in the phase that you can help her do well, right? If I was to try and think position 1 in the other side, it would be a failed attempt right now. There, we got a nice chew and a relaxation with the neck down. No, no, no. She's really not cool with this idea.
She won't let you touch her nose and she's frustrated to touch you with her nose.
Yeah, it's very interesting. What if I avoid your nose? This horse is so funny. There, we got a lick and chew. She really seeks you out when she's doing this. Okay, so again, we're foregoing the bend, because we're not even going to remotely get that today. And we're just going to work on this walk to halt thing. Until she gets a little bit more confident there. Good girl. All right. We'll just do a hair on the other side and then we'll be done. I want to keep these short and productive so Desiree, you can kind of get through them a little bit easier with a better understanding of where we're at with all of it. Okay, this is teaching some balance and hindquarter engagement. And a little bit of a softening and some like kind of just giving in the pressure a little bit. Good. You're good, Lois. There we go. Excellent, nice looking chew. So that's where we're at. Stay tuned for our next video.